guys, today's video is about your 3D circumstances. Obviously this is the main hurdle for everyone. If we could ignore the 3D reality and just go into our mind and be like, I know this is all an illusion, everything I think repeatedly is what is true, this new story with SP is what's true, then we would be complete masters at manifesting with zero errors. So, you know, it is difficult to do, and it's just proof that no one is immune to looking at the 3D. But I want to give you guys a little bit of a pep talk today and explain a little further why you need to ignore the 3D circumstances, you know, the reason behind it essentially. So if you'd like to keep learning about that, maybe get some reassurance and keep watching, do thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell because I have manifestation content all throughout the week, every week. And it would mean a lot to me. Where literally by the time I'm publishing this video, I should have already hit 2,000 subscribers because my channel is growing so quickly, and I'm so grateful for you guys and your positive feedback. Like the majority of comments I get are just people telling me how great they think my videos are and how helpful they are, which is like the best possible thing I could hear from you guys. And yeah, so it means a lot to me. So do join in if you enjoy my content. I also offer one-on-one coaching if you would like some extra help, you feel like you're struggling, you're confused, or you know, just not feel like you're not doing well with your manifestations, then I offer one-on-one help. The link is on my Instagram for LOA coaching, and you can also just get in touch with me if you don't have Instagram. And yeah, let's just get started. So first point is, of course, to explain to you guys, and maybe, yeah, if you're new to my videos or new to manifestation, that the 3D reality is not real. It is not relevant. It is not the be-all, end-all. It's not factual. It's literally objective. It's a projection of your own thoughts, your own assumptions and beliefs. As soon as you change, that changes. I mean, just look at any success story for SPs. People always start out with something negative, you know, an argument, their SP breaks up with them, or, you know, with another person for their career, you know, your manager might fire you. But guess what? I've seen stories of people getting their job back, getting a better job that's a promotion and a raise. Like crazy things can happen that does not match up with your 3D reality. So you do need to remember that even if you don't see the factual evidence, you know, of your own success or other people's success stories, you just need to know and trust in the fact that the 3D reality is not real. It is always changeable. You know, as long as you create a new positive story, it will change. It might be gradual, step by step, or it could be all at once overnight, but it will literally change. It has to. It is just projecting your thoughts, which are usually a reflection of your past thoughts and past assumptions, you know, the old story, that negativity that you accidentally created in your mind, which manifested. That is usually what you're seeing in your 3D reality when you want to complain about it. So if it's not positive, it's just reflecting those old thoughts. And guess what? You change it by creating new thoughts. So next point is something I kind of discuss this with clients, and I think I've mentioned it in previous videos. As soon as you start looping your affirmations, I don't mean saying it 3 times a day, I mean looping your affirmations. Like, you know, literally the first day, you're like, okay, SP's in love with me, SP's in love with me, and you say it hundreds of times a day, which isn't even that much, by the way. But even that is already creating change. Even if it hasn't yet hit your SP, it probably has. There's no guarantee to know until, you know, they tell you one day, or you see them every day, and only then could you literally tell for yourself. But usually it's, you know, it's a good guess to say that they are affected by it in that first day. Even if it's just one positive thought that pops into their mind about you, or they see your name on an advert or on social media and it reminds them of you. It could be the smallest thing like that. Or it could usually starts with your own mind. It could be your own mind starting. It's usually a case of your own mind starting to conform. So you will start to get positive visuals as you affirm, you know, maybe 100, 200 loops into that affirmation. You'll start to get a visual of you and SP holding hands, SP texting you, whatever the case may be. It's probably going to be linked to what your affirmation is. So that is already movement. You getting a positive visual is movement. It's proof that it's starting to saturate into your mind. So whatever you're seeing in the 3D, it's irrelevant. Do not focus on it. Do not be discouraged by it. You know, don't allow it to push you back or feel doubtful or disappointed, because you will be able to tell for yourself if it's affecting you. That is still movement. It doesn't have to be your SP taking action or, you know, whatever, your dream car that you want going on sale, your manager emailing you about promotion. It doesn't literally have to be that physical movement. Even you having positive thoughts about your SP is movement. It's showing that your own mind is conforming, and only when your own mind starts to conform and your thoughts start to change can the other people change, if that makes sense. So just look at it in that respect, that whatever's happening internally, mentally for you, that is what is your 3D will reflect very, very soon. So if you're spending the majority of your day having neutral or positive thoughts, and very, very minimal negative thoughts, guess what? Your 3D reality has to become more positive. It may take a couple of weeks or even months, depending how stubborn that old story is, but it will happen. It has to change. So just stay focused on that concept. And it's more than a theory. It's literally the way manifestation works. Repetition and your assumptions and beliefs create your reality. And you change it by repetition and looping. So your 3D reality currently, today, right now, it's irrelevant because tomorrow it could literally start conforming in front of your eyes. Another point I think that inspired this topic that I want to talk about is people commenting, about their circumstances, getting really literally discouraged, as is in the title of this video. That's the best way to describe it. Just people getting down on themselves, feeling down, just kind of losing hope for their manifestation because their SP is with a third party. They haven't spoken to SP and they're heartbroken. It's usually along those lines. Whatever people comment, it all comes down to the same thing. They're focusing negatively on those circumstances and using it as evidence of why they aren't manifesting, why it's not working, why even law of assumption doesn't work, why what I'm saying isn't the truth. But literally it's because you haven't looped enough, you haven't used enough repetition of your affirmations for it to create that positive change. But if you put in the work, put in the effort, the 3D reality has to change. Get back on a strict mental diet, start looping, start affirming, and stop. The key is here, because part of the negativity and part of a poor mental diet is you going online, typing out, talking to your friends about the negative experiences in your 3D reality, the negative things that you're seeing with your SP, the lack of movement. When, by the way, there's always movement. It might just be in his or her mind. It might not have been reflected yet into their physical action. There's no such thing as no movement. So that's another point to note. But either way, do not complain about your circumstances online. I understand when someone's asking for advice, they might be like, oh, my SP hasn't texted me. Alexa, what would you recommend I affirm? Or especially with my clients, obviously I need to hear their old story. I always ask my clients, do give me background information, just a little bit of information on your old story, because I need to understand that to see where the limitations are. But if it's just for the sake of complaining and being like, it's not working, what do I do? The answer is always the same. Persist in your affirmations, don't give up, get back on a strict mental diet, keep on top of your thoughts. Don't allow the negative thoughts to simmer in your mind. It's literally always the same answer. So essentially, just don't go online to complain. Don't write out and keep thinking about and keep saying those old circumstances, because guess what? You're just keeping them in place. Final point I wanted to touch on, this is a relatively short video, but there are no circumstances that are too impossible to change, and there's also no such thing as impossible. So it doesn't matter if your SP moved to Australia and you are in, England, or China, or just somewhere really, really far away. It does not matter. You could move there in a really perfect unfolding of events. B, they could move to you for a perfect job or perfect unfolding of events. Something will change, something will happen. You need to be open to all the hows, all the ways in how it could happen, how they could conform. So don't focus on the circumstances, don't label it as impossible or unrealistic or how is this ever going to change, because there are no circumstances, there's no part of your 3D reality that cannot be changed, and things are always changing because your thoughts are never going to stay the exact same. And that's why it's important to be in control of them with conscious manifestation, so you can implement and introduce those new positive ones that you actually want. So yeah, just remember that nothing is stuck in its ways, nothing is impossible to change, nothing is immovable. Is that the right term? Unmovable or immovable? Either way, everything can and will change if you just persist and loop your affirmations. That's pretty much all it comes down to. So hopefully this was useful advice, helped you guys realize that you don't have to sit and freak out about your circumstances. You don't have to allow it to sit in your mind and act as the truth, because it's not. Whatever you want to think and decide for yourself in your thoughts is what will eventually come true. You just need to persist in it every day. So hopefully that was useful and reassuring. Yeah, do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.